Hi and welcome to my playhouse. And today I have a box on the table. This is gonna be one of the more expensive videos because I bought myself a new PC. And this is a Lenovo ThinkCentre tiny PC, and it's very much like this one, which I have come to really enjoy. These are called the 1 liter form factor or tiny PCs. I've been using this for a couple of years, and this one is the Lenovo ThinkCentre M73. And not long ago I was doing a video about a 360 camera that recorded in 5K, and that footage I had to put on the computer, and you could kind of scroll around and look to all sides. And well, that was a struggle for my M93 with 2 4K monitors, and afterwards I had to export that video, and yeah, that took some time. And while it was working on that, the CPU was at 100% flat out and I couldn't do much. And so I thought, well, maybe it's time to look at a new PC here, and I did that, and that has resulted in this one. And this is the M75q Gen2, and this is an AMD PC that I've gotten here. You can see the label here, the model number is up here, there, and it tells you a little bit about what's inside of this. It's AMD Ryzen 5 that is in here, and it's the AMD Ryzen 5 4650GE. And this is a very power efficient CPU. These tiny PCs don't have a lot of space inside, so there is a limit to how much wattage they can dissipate in heat. So very power efficient CPUs. But let's get this out of the box and see what we got. And it's clear to everyone that I did have a sneak peek. I haven't messed around too much. I just had the computer up and put it all down. Well, to get that out I have to take the other boxes out. There is an accessory box here. We'll have a good look at that. It comes with a keyboard. There. Traditional USB keyboard. Yeah, sure. And then there is just the PC itself. And then the big box is empty. Very well packaged, I guess. It's not as if there's anything that will really break in there. There's no spinning hard drives in here, so that should all be good. We're gonna get rid of this nice phone. I have the computer there. It has a security sticker on here. Keyboard. Let's have the quickest look at that and get on with it. It's a keyboard. Big surprise. It works for the Nordic countries up here. Scandinavia, we have 3 letters that is not normally used anywhere else. E, Ö, and O is 3 different letters that we have that nobody else really uses. Then we have the accessory box. We will have to get back to that because we have a lot of stuff in here that we need, or that I will have to need. Oh, it comes with a standard mouse. Guess you can kind of say that it's free with the PC, but well, you have paid for it. Then we have a power cable for the power brick, which is in this box. And it's a very regular. This is actually the older connections that Lenovo has been using for their laptops for quite a while, and also for these PCs. Like the M93 is not new anymore. I believe this is made in 2015, and it used these connections, and the new one is still using these connections. So it's kind of okay to keep the standard, but their newer system uses a USB-C connector, and that is also very nice. Then we have some bracket here. I am not entirely sure yet what this is for, but I guess we will figure that out. Oh, that is of course for mounting the... Okay, yeah, that's for mounting the power supply on the back of something. Okay, nice. Antenna reveals that the system comes with Wi-Fi, so nice. Paperwork. User guide. Can't read that. Oh, I can read this. Vejledning, sikkerhed og garanti. Vejledning, sikkerhedsforskrifter og garantioplysninger. Safety and warranty guide. I'm not gonna try that. But yeah, we have a couple of screws. That must be for the mounting. And we have some even more screws. Must also be for the mounting, because it comes with a mounting bracket. There, so that you can put the PC on the back of your screen in some way. I might try that at some point, see if I can get that to work, but at the moment I'm not sure how that works. But maybe it's in the guide somewhere, so we'll leave that for now. Get to the most important thing here, which is the PC itself. Safety sticker. Yeah, we need to get in there. So, okay, that is tamper proof. That did not want to come off. Yeah, maybe you could do it, but no, it hasn't been tampered with. It has a nice sticker, Ryzen 5 Pro, and yeah, opens up for some more features. This has AMD graphics as well as the AMD processor. I believe it's in processor graphics, and it has the tape on the power button. We need to peel that at some point. But in the front here it has the Lenovo logo. Then it has a mini jack port, which I saw when I had a sneak peek in here, and I got very, very afraid, because on my M93 I had a microphone and a headphone jack, and I used that microphone port quite a lot. So when I realized that, whoa, there is no microphone port on this one, I freaked out a little bit, and I was already looking at the USB microphones online until I found out that this is a combo connection in the sound card software somewhere inside. You should be able to configure this and tell it that it's really a microphone. Then we have two USB ports here on the front. One of them is USB-C and the other one is a regular old standard one, but both of them are 3.2. This one is a generation 1 and this one is a generation 2. We have the power on button here that you can press, and some logo stuff. On the side we have the model number and the serial number. On the other side we have holes, probably for a bit of airflow. On the back we have a lot of connections. First we have the power connection, which is always good, and there is apparently room to extend the wireless connection and have a plug like this in here, but there is nothing installed. Then we have a digital display port, we have a USB port, we have an HDMI port and another USB port. Two of these USB ports are also 3.2, and the other two, I don't know if it's these two or if it's these two, but they are just USB 2 ports. Then we have another digital display port up here. So a total of 2 digital display ports and an HDMI port. So 3 monitors. Awesome! We have a 1 gigabit Ethernet port here. That I would have loved to see being capable of doing some more. I really dream about that they would just have an open slot for an SFP Plus. You could stick that in and you could have 1 gigabit or 10 gigabit. That would be awesome. And then there is the antenna for the Wi-Fi, which we haven't mounted yet. So yeah, we are of course gonna take this apart and have a look inside. To get in, oh, I forgot, there is a Kensington lock as well. So if this is mounted somewhere where you don't want to have it stolen, probably don't want to have it stolen anywhere, but well, if there's a larger risk for having it stolen, well, there is that option. And the screw comes out, and then you push this forward and pull that up, or oh yeah, you do. They used real metal, it's good quality work. Inside, okay, I see that it blows the air that way. That's nice. I am just seeing this for the first time, so I am just figuring out everything. There is room for an additional hard drive over here. Here, and it has a tiny little cable, so be very careful about that one. It's very easy to just pull that up and break something. I was just about to do that. That would not have been great. Yeah, the tiniest little cable for that. It probably works well, but then we have the Wi-Fi card down here, and that is located right here, and the antenna goes out that way, right by some other ports here. There is a tiny little jumper in there, which we do not know what does, but room for a 2.5-inch hard drive SSD. It says in the paperwork that it will do 1 terabyte. I think that is just because that's the largest drive that Lenovo sells themselves. I would guess that you could put in a larger drive. And they have a big slot up here. I guess this system board is used for other systems where you would have have room for an expansion card here. I have seen some where you can actually put in a tiny little graphics card in here, and for that you would have this expansion card up here, which is not sorted in here. Also, I see that down here there is kind of room for another expansion slot like this. Over here there is kind of free space, just like this. So there is that. I'll put this back in. This worries me that hard drive bay is back in here. I forgot to mention that there's also a tiny little speaker here. They claim it to be 1.5 watts. It's probably not that great for playing music. Then we have the fan assembly here, which can also be lifted up. Okay, I got it up, so let's carefully put it to the side over here. And there's a lot of real estate down here that is not used. Well, it is used because that's where the fan is sitting. There's nothing interesting there, let's say it like that. There's a logo, and there's a big heat sink for the processor, which is underneath here. And as it is an AMD, the processor has the pins, and the socket has the holes for the pins, and this is the AM4 socket. And it should be possible to replace the CPU. I was actually looking for the AMD Ryzen 4750 GE. That's a Ryzen 7 CPU with 8 cores, where this is a Ryzen 5 with 6 cores and 12 threads. The Ryzen 7 was 8 cores and 16 threads. I would have liked that one, but it was just not available. This one was hard enough to get. There's not a lot more down here. At some point I would like to try and replace the CPU just for the heck of it, but right now we're just gonna put this back. Try to fiddle it back into place. There should be a tamper switch somewhere in here too. So if the LED comes off, it's able to feel it. I'm not sure how they do that. Oh, I think I have an idea about that. There seems to be an LED here that lights up, and why should that LED be lighting up? And in the LED here there is something there, some kind of rubbery thinky duty. Oh, that might actually not be it. It's probably just to make some of this. It might just be to lit this up. I think they might have something pulsating here, but I'll have to check that. So where else could it be checking for the LED? Let's see if we can find any switches. Oh, switch there. That would probably be it. Yeah, probably tamper switch right there. So it knows that the LED has been off. Nice enough. Oh, it also has Bluetooth. That might just be it. The Bluetooth antenna. So the Ryzen 5 Pro that I got here, well, I said that it's a 6-core processor, 12 threads. It does 3.3 gigahertz and it turbo boosts up to 4.2 gigahertz. It has 3 megabytes of layer 2 cache and 8 megabytes of layer 3 cache. It should be a very fast processor. The one that I have in my computer, this is not the computer that I'm using. The one I'm using is still connected and powered on, but the one I have in there, I have replaced the stock CPU with a Xeon E3 1275L version 3, and that one benchmarks around 6,000. The new CPU here, this one benchmarks about 16,000. So I'm gaining like 10,000 benchmark points. So I'm getting quite a boost. I think that's about it for this side. It has a little secret compartment back here that we really should also check. So when we pop that out, we get to the RAM and the NVMe drive down here. As I said, this model was pretty hard for me to even get my hands on. I had to pick one that was available. So this one comes with 8 GB of memory. I would have liked the one with 16 GB, not available. Let's have this out. It's a clearly Samsung RAM, or Samsung is the one that has made the RAM. But it does have a Lenovo sticker on there, and I hope that 2012 isn't the year, because then this is a really old RAM. But no, this is DDR4 SO-DIMM RAM, and it's one RX8 PC4 3200 AA something. So yeah, another project will be extending the RAM at some point. Then we have the NVMe drive here, and this is supplied with a 256 GB NVMe drive. Can we open that up? Okay, that was a weird system. This plastic thing just pops in there, so. And then this comes up like that. Uni memory, I've never heard of that, made in China. Not sure if this is any good, but I'm sure it's good enough to start with. And the capacity is those 256 GB. It's made 17th of November 2020. Funny enough, they haven't Lenovo branded it in any way. The one that I'm running right now has a 120 GB SSD, and that has been plenty. So this is over twice as large, and it should be way faster if this is any good. I'll have to check that at some point. So yeah. I said this has AMD integrated Radeon graphics, and the chipset is the AMD Pro 500. The RAM, which we just saw, 8 GB in here, it's upgradable to 64 GB of RAM. They claim that the SSD here can go up to 1 TB, and they also claim the NVMe drive in here can go up to 1 TB. I do just think that's the largest one that Lenovo supplies, and that they will actually go higher than that, but well, I'm just guessing here. Speaker was 1.5 watts. The audio in here is the Realtek ALC 222. The power supply, I don't know why they state that, but the power supply is 65 watts, and it should be 89% efficient, meaning that the power that comes in, you get 89% out as power to the PC. The rest is lost in the conversion and heat, and that is perfectly normal. The Wi-Fi and Bluetooth is the RTL8822CE 11AC, and it has Bluetooth 5.0. I think that is the interesting part of the hardware here. So let's put this LED back on, and don't tell Lenovo that we had it open. This is not a sponsored video, by the way. I have purchased this and paid good money for it. These tiny PCs are not cheap. So this PC is not really meant for the home user. It's not a consumer product. This is actually a professional version. Therefore, this one comes with 3 years of warranty, and it's on site. So if something is wrong with this, I can do a case with Lenovo, and some technicians will come and fix it or replace it or whatever, as long as I don't do anything too stupid like changing the CPUs and the RAMs. And yeah, you kind of have to keep it to the stock things if you want to do that, because if you put in some other RAM, well, that will be the problem when he gets here, and so on. Really good warranty. It also comes with the Windows 10 Pro sticker right there, so I'm going to be using that. It's going to be a nice little power boost to my setup. So as said, this was not a sponsored video. I paid for this with my own good hard-earned money. So if you wouldn't mind giving this video a little like in the like button downstairs, it would be much appreciated. Otherwise, thank you very much for watching my videos. Do subscribe to my channel so you can see me again connecting this at some point. Have a nice day. Bye bye.